Hello, beautiful friends. This is Leah Marie coming to you with your weekly oracle reading this week from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Absolutely amazing artwork on this one that I really love, so I'm bringing it back again. And this week, I invite you to really dial in your connection to the energy and vibration of unconditional love, peace, and compassion. And as I am recording this here in the United States, this is election week. So I truly feel that the more of us that can really focus on that unconditional love, light, and compassion, the more we can radiate that to keep that beautiful force field around our country as things fall into place in whatever way the universe sees fit for us at this time. So I will just invite you to bring those energies into the reading and also to bring your awareness to your heart center. You can focus on any other specific things that you might have going on that you're looking for insights, clarity, awareness on. And just allow your own intuition to guide you today to whatever card or cards is going to be best for you. Allowing yourself to really feel into your selection today to see if you get any tingles or any heat sensations or any other sort of little nuances that are perhaps yours, that you know is your intuition telling you, hey, this is the one I need this week, so, or the ones I need this week. So I'm actually feeling called to cut the deck and take the top 3 here. Every week I use my own intuition when doing this, so it may be a little different for you watching if you kind of tap in regularly. I always allow Spirit to choose, and at the same time, that choice is going to be different because Spirit guides us in different ways with every situation that we face. So I will invite you to go ahead and choose card 1, 2, or 3, utilizing your intuition, your connection with your heart. If you have any questions, want to share anything, or feel called to support the channel, you can get that information in the description box below. And if this reading does help you in any way or bring clarity, I really appreciate any likes, shares, subscribes, as that is helping the channel grow and helping the love and light spread to humanity. So I'm going to go ahead and put those timestamps below for you guys and begin with card 1. So these I am going to take all in the upright, but I will look at some of the energy that might be out of balance with them. And for this particular one, the statement is, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So this particular one is kind of already calling out the energy that I would have said if it came out in reverse. We might say that there is more work to do here. And I feel at the same time this card is actually calling to that already. So this is really a time to reflect on yourself and how you are interacting with society, with your family, with your coworkers. Are there ways in which you are altering your true authentic self, your true authentic voice in order to fit into the collective more according to how the mind might tell you you need to in order to not make waves or ruffle feathers, as the statement is coming through? Any of those old notions of not honoring ourselves because we might have fear come up about what it would mean to speak our truth. Because sometimes, in all reality, when we do speak our truth, people can get angry, they can get upset, and they can get frustrated. And so it's really important at this time to start to really look at, where are you dimming your light? Where are you not honoring your own intuition? So this energy above her is tapping into that third eye in each of these images, which is just, replication of the same center one. She is covering her eyes. So in some respect, there's something you're not either allowing yourself to see or not allowing others to see about you and your truth. Now, I know that this can be challenging and intense to stand in your power, to speak your truth. I've gone through many of my own versions of that, and I am also a work in progress, continuously challenging myself to do better than I did yesterday at honoring my truth and shining my light in ways that I am meant to do that. And this is really what I'm encouraging you guys, what Spirit's coming through to say, is that it is time for you to rise in your power. It is time for you to shine your light like these rays out into humanity. There is no longer space for you to continue to dim yourself. I am feeling a deep sense that if you do continue to do that, and maybe some of you aren't consciously aware you're doing it, and so this is kind of calling that out, like time to take some reflection time for yourself to see where you might be doing that. Others of you may already be like, yep, I know exactly what Spirit's saying to me right now, and I already see where I've been dimming or where I've been altering my truth in some way to appease others, to make other people happy, to not have to deal with, irritation, headache, frustration, which is sometimes just going to happen. And it honestly, Spirit is saying, is not a good enough excuse to not be the light that you are, to not radiate your light into the world, because it isn't necessarily about everyone in this whole world accepting you, or even everyone in your immediate arena accepting you. And so you're actually not only doing yourself a disservice by not shining your light, you're also doing all those around you a disservice, because until you do fully shine your light, you don't yet know the full potential of what your light and your love can actually do to transform your situation, your life, anything that you may have brought to this reading today asking for clarity on. And so I really encourage you to reflect on where you might be dimming your light in order to fit in, where you might be altering your truth to fit in, and to really ask your soul, to ask higher consciousness, source, creator, what is it that you do need to bring to the light in order to shine your light more fully? And in addition to that, ask, how can you go about doing that? What is it that you would need in your heart or to be awoken within you in order for you to feel as though it was safe for you to shine your life and to not necessarily fit in? Some of us did come here to be path breakers and to create new ground, to do things that are different than anyone has ever done before. And that in essence, if we dimmed ourselves to fit in, we wouldn't be able to break this new ground, to birth new wisdom upon this plane. And so this energy of holding on to needing to fit in or to feel accepted by the collective is a conditioning. And so Spirit is calling that out today so that you can see that that is a conditioning that you can choose to change, because you will, when you shine your light, fit in where you are meant to fit in. And not only that, but you will do so with love and acceptance from those around you. And so I really strongly encourage you to sit with this energy, to talk with Spirit, your guides, guardians, angels, and ask them to show you what it is that you are really in need of seeing, becoming aware of, admitting to yourself, so that you can start shining at more of your original radiance. So thank you so much for those of you who picked card 1, sending you lots of love and light. Take care. And card 2, we are looking at the pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are an oracle. So this is an absolutely beautiful card here today, with so much of the really brilliant light, as the card of course states, but you can see this sort of pillar that's coming through the middle. We've got the energy of the stars coming in. This feels very much like the energy of the sun, in addition to the full spectrum of the rainbow that's being reflected in the water, in what feels like it's sort of ice, another pool of water down here. And so this really strong energy that's coupling the water with the earth. So I am feeling that this is an energy of you being very stable and needing to really recognize how much stability you actually have when you embrace the pillar of light that you are. When you allow yourself to be rooted in the earth, but also fluid, going with the flow of life, allowing things to unfold and to really tap into connection with your emotions and managing your emotions. And when we do that, your vibration will naturally rise. And so this is actually, in terms of the energy of you being an oracle, you may identify as someone who is an oracle. You may read other forms of cards or do divination. This could also simply be speaking to you being a highly intuitive individual, perhaps a medium or psychic as well, if any of that resonates with you. You'll know. And so this is really also tapping into that energy, perhaps giving you confirmation or simply inviting you to really start connecting with your intuitive energies on a deeper level. So I am an oracle myself, obviously bringing you these oracle readings. And when I first got on this path of doing this, it was a lot of releasing and clearing in order for me to fully see that the messages I was receiving were from spirit. And not only that, but to embrace them and bring them forth to you. And so interestingly, card one kind of ties in with this in terms of us being able to fully shine our light, to be pillars of light. And in order to do that, it is important for us to embrace our natural gifts. And whatever your natural gifts are, whether you resonate with being an oracle or not, it's a time where stepping into those gifts is going to allow you to raise your vibration and to be a bigger light for humanity. So, one really important thing to note with this, I'm seeing these side bits of light as wings. And so, there's also a lot of angelic protection with you at this time. And I do truly feel those of you who pick this card have the ability to open your own energetic wings to humanity in order to share that light, in order to call in people that you are meant to help, serve, work with on some level in whatever arena you feel most called to in this life. And so this is additionally confirmation that you have been consciously choosing to raise your vibration. Now, whether you're doing that through growth, meditation, inner, transformation, healing, all of those things, or any number of those things, this is giving you the confirmation that that is in fact raising your vibration. So I encourage you to also start to reflect on how far you've come. How different is your life and the things that are being able to be illuminated not only within you but around you, in your relationships, in your communication, in your work with others. And just truly tapping into and acknowledging the light that you are and how much power that light has to affect positive change. As I was mentioning in the introduction, bringing forth unconditional love, light, and compassion to humanity right now is one of the absolutely most important things that we can do in order to help positively direct the change that is naturally occurring, and help to do so in a way that's going to be as peaceful, loving, and gentle as it possibly can be. So the more of us that are being these pillars of light, the more light there is for other people to tap into and to choose. Instead of those old feelings of fear, doubt, worry, we can start affecting the change by putting forth more love, light, and compassion into the world, so that that raises the vibration of the whole planet, so that the beautiful change that is needing to take place now for humanity to come into unity consciousness will actually have the ability to happen on a more widespread channel when we are embodying this light, acknowledging it, and bringing our intuitive wisdom to those we feel called to share it with. So thank you so much for those of you who picked card 2, sending you love and light, and have a beautiful week. And then I'm gonna head to card 3 here. And all of these in the upright today energetically. So you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So this particular card is really letting you know that it is, on one level, time to really sit down and look at, have you been overthinking? Have you been in your head about something? Perhaps you came today with looking for clarity, and if you did have something particular in mind, or even if you find that maybe you've been in some thought circles or patterns, this is Spirit saying that it is time for you to shift your conscious awareness from your head to your heart and do everything that you can to maintain that connection at all times, because you already have within you the ability to do everything that you're here to do. Now, that's not to say that you aren't going to keep growing and expanding and becoming more refined. Absolutely. However, you are already on some levels doing what you're here to do. You're already connecting with Source. You're already moving towards your destined path, towards your fulfillment. And it's just a matter of recognizing when you're feeling that you're on that and you're feeling like you're facing your true north, and when you might be popping into your head and questioning things. So recently, working with someone, they were talking about something and their intuition was like, bam, gave them the answer right away. And then 2 seconds later, they're like, yeah, but no, I don't think so. And I'm like, wait a second, what did you just do? And they were like, well, I don't know, I'm not really sure. And I was like, but the second I asked you that question, you had the answer. You already knew. But it was the ego chiming in to question it, to second guess it. And this is what Spirit is saying. It's time to pay attention to the times when it's happening. And it's not necessarily even going to be you consciously choosing that to happen. It's just that your intuition gives you that answer so fast that then the ego or mind doesn't want to accept that. And so there can be this bouncing of head, heart, head, heart. And so if we look at this, the energy, she's facing this beautiful cosmic area. In this place, I feel energetically it's facing that true north. Now, whatever true north is for you to decide. However, the energy of our heart, our compass inside of us, our divine guidance, to me, that is true north, our connection with Source, with our intuition, with light itself, with the universe itself. And so this is really inviting you to explore that connection more deeply and to really pay attention to when you are second guessing yourself or overthinking any situation. So our intuition will generally give us the answer, sometimes even before the person asks the question. And if we're doing it with ourselves, we can feel a slightly different energy, or sometimes even a massively different energy, when it's intuitive answer versus when it's the ego answering or the mind answering. And so the more that you allow yourself to be in your heart center, to recognize that and to live from that space, the more you will see that you already have the answers to these questions. And the only reason why you keep perhaps asking the same questions is because you're not trusting in your heart or your divine connection. And so if that resonates for you on any level, please take that and know that it is Spirit just really letting you know that this is part of coming into unity with Spirit, is that the ego wants to sort of create this conflict or this delayed energy. And so it's not anything you're doing wrong. It's simply something that needs more awareness, more focus, and more investment on your part to remain in your heart instead of going into the energy of thoughts in general. And so at this time as well, with as much energy as churning, and again, mentioning that energy, if you're tapping in the first week of November here, where we are having the election, there's a lot of overthinking going on in our collective right now. There's a lot of different energies at play. And so really be aware as well with that. If your intuition is telling you something, honor that and recognize that if there is more of this chaotic energy swirling, that may not actually be yours. It may be churning around in the collective. And as people tapping into this, you're likely empaths or light beings or star seeds. So you're just going to naturally be more sensitive to the energies that are flowing through the universe. And so keeping yourself fixed on your true north is what's going to keep you anchored in the knowing that you know where you're going, you know what you're here to do on a soul level, and that if you just take it one step at a time, you will get where you're going because you already have the map inside of your heart. So thank you so much for those of you who picked card 3. Have a wonderful day. Sending you so much love and light. Take care.